Good morning, boys and girls. It is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. I had such a great time getting to video chat with many of you guys on Monday, so thanks for joining me. I loved getting to see your little Lego guys. The names that you guys came up with this for him were hilarious, and some of them were really serious names, so awesome job. So today, you're going to need your storybook. You're going to need a pencil, and then we're actually going to be doing finally the attributes of 3D shapes. So if you wanted to grab one of each, you can pause it, or you can wait till we get to that part and then pause the video and go look for some. So we're going to get started today. So for our sound practice, we're going to be doing the same one we did yesterday, and then we're going to do some syllable division, and then I have a video that kind of explains that schwa sound, that lazy vowel, a little bit better than I did yesterday. So here we go with our cards. Same as yesterday, we got view it in full screen for some reason today. Not sure why. Okay, so today we're not going to say the letters, we're just going to say the sound. You guys ready? Here we go. Make sure you're participating with me. Here we go. Spur, I, C, T, R, gull, th, and th, x, ow, bur, ter, aw, x, oi, j. Remember, GE makes that J sound. Ing, ink, ong, oi, ch, o, zul, ter, a. Awesome job, guys. Okay, and we're actually going to skip our tap out with our real nonsense words. We're going to do it tomorrow because today's lesson's a little bit longer. So I want to make sure I'm keeping it under 45 minutes for you guys. So let's go ahead and start with our syllable division. So remember, we're going to look for some vowel teams, and then we're going to tap out those syllables. So here we go. Let's find our vowels first. Can you guys see one? You can write it down in your notebook that I gave you. I see an OE. OE makes that long sound. It's going to say O. Remember, we're going to keep those together because that's a vowel team. You guys see another vowel team? I do. AI says A, and sometimes with our accent, we say A from just where we are in Chicago. And then we have our consonant. Okay, remember, when we are dividing our syllable, first try we're going to do is we're going to try to divide it, have that tiger word, and we're going to divide it always after that first vowel when it's vowel, consonant, vowel. If it doesn't work, then we'll switch it over to the next spot. So let's go ahead and tap this out. I'm going to tap it with you today, guys. Here we go. T-o, toe, nail, nail, toenail. Ooh, what does that sound like? That's how we say toenail. Nice job, guys. Next word. First thing I do, find my vowels. And you guys see another vowel? I do. Oh, look at this. That OW's next to it. Remember how that's that W is going to make that O say its name is what we're practicing this week. So we're going to keep those two together. And now we got to figure out where my consonant is. I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. I'm going to slide this vowel over just a little bit. And then I have, can you guys find a consonant for me? Yep, there's an L and there's a B. So I see two consonants, and usually what do? We divide them right there in the middle. There you go. Okay, so get your hands ready. Here we go. Ooh, I'm sorry, guys. We got to decide, is this opened or closed? Well, it's followed by a consonant, so that is going to be closed. So that E, oh my goodness, that's going all crazy. That E is going ahead and say eh. And then this OW is going to either say ow or O, and this is going to be open because there's nothing following it. Okay, so here we go. Excuse me. E-L-B-O, bow, elbow. Elbow is a word. Okay, here we go. Next one. I see an O-W next to each other. So we're going to keep the O-W together. We're going to underline it so we make sure we keep it together. And we're going to keep that O-A together because that's another vowel team. So now we got to look to see what else we have. And I see a B because that W is going to go with that O. So now, remember, our tiger rule means that we're going to divide that syllable right after that first vowel. That might work. It might not work. Let's try it. Get your hands ready. Here we go. R-O, row, b-o-t, boat, row, boat. That a word? Sure is. That way I know I broke that word apart. Now, is this not going to work sometimes for red words? It sure won't. So that's sometimes when you have to just try the syllables and see what it's closest to. So we talked yesterday about that schwa sound, the A, and every vowel has a lazy vowel sound. But I found this cool video and I thought it described a little bit better about the schwa sound.
If you've never heard of the schwa sound, don't worry. In the next couple minutes, you will become professional schwa sound identifiers. Let's first find out what the schwa sound sounds like. It's as simple as this. Say it with me. One more time. Easy, right? The tricky part comes in when looking for it in words. If you look at the word can and cane, they make the normal vowel sounds for the letter A. In can and A in cane. Other times, we'll have words that do not say their normal vowel sound. If you read the word vitamin, the A makes the sound instead of vitamin or vitamin. That sound that you say in the middle of vitamin is the schwa sound. When we have an unstressed syllable, or when you don't usually say as loud, sometimes it makes the schwa sound instead of its normal vowel sound. Let's look at some other words. Say them out loud and let's decide if they have the schwa sound in them or not. Pizza. Pizza. Do you hear the sound at the end? Pizza. What about in the word happy? Happy. 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 I don't hear a schwa sound. Let's try a longer word. Octopus. 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 Do you hear an sound in there? Octopus. I hear it too. What about the word fish? Fish. Fish. I don't think there are any in this word. The next step is to try it on your own. Try it with these words. Pencil, leap, football, curious. Do they have the sound in it? Pause it for a little extra time to try it on your own.
So do you guys hear the sound in any of them? Pencil. Ooh, I don't hear an I. Do you? Leap. Leap. Do you hear an Football. Do you hear it? Curious. Do we say curious? Let's see.
Now check it against mine. So now when you read and speak, you can recognize words that might be pronounced differently than they actually look. Remember, when you have an unstressed syllable, it often makes the schwa sound. Look at the things you're wearing and that are around you. Is there anything that has a schwa sound in it? Find at least 2 things with a schwa sound in the word. You may now consider yourself a professional schwa sound identifier. Good work. Sit back.
So I hope that made a little bit more sense to you guys about how to do that schwa sound and how some words like about and around make that sound, even in words like octopus in the middle there. And that hopefully will help you start to think about if you are saying a sound that doesn't make sense, maybe try that sound. Okay, so your new word well words this week. Oh, here's one of our schwa sounds. So we have about, would. Remember, we keep this chunk together like should, could, would. Right. This is the WR. That W is going to be silent. And then we have the ITE, and the E makes the I say its name. And then we have people. The E, O, is a vowel team, and the O is one of our consonant, one of our syllable rules, that LE. Then we have one little red word down here, which is buy, when you buy something at the store. So go ahead and let me know if you find any other ways to build your word wall on your own. Tuesdays are free choice day. Some of the ideas I had for you were you could do magnets or Play-Doh, spaghetti noodles, chalk, alphabet cereal, flour where you could write them in. You can even make it with pretzel sticks or even like little pieces of rice. If you think of another way, let me know and I can add it to next week's list. Okay, so today we're going to be reading an informational text, and this the genre is informational text, and it's actually they're going to teach us information in a poem form. So we're going to read some poetry today about different kinds of seasons. And so remember how we talked about we like to look at the questions before we read the text because then it helps our brain know what we're listening for. So as we're going through the story today, I'd like you to think about how do the pictures help you know that this is an informational text? Why does the author use a lot of photos for each season? And then I want you to think about how the seasons are similar and use that text evidence. And so as we're reading through this, let's go ahead. We're going to be reading the story for the next we're going to read it for 2 days. We're going to take a break from the story tomorrow because it is Earth Day. And so we're going to be doing some Earth Day stories tomorrow. But today's just our clean read where we're going to read it and then answer some questions. And then the next day after Earth Day, we will go through and highlight and look for some of those features. I love spring. When grass grows green, speckled eggs fill a woven egg a nest. Showers soak, seeds sprout, flowers bloom. And you can see that these are not traditionally how we would write our sentences. They have a period, but they're missing that capital at the beginning. And they're not necessarily complete ideas, but the poem, when you write poetry, the rules are a little bit different. Crocuses pop, daffodils open, then lilacs spread their sweet smell. Salamanders slither out from under mossy rocks. Ducklings follow all in a row. We hold rabbits, lambs, puppies, and chicks. Spring is the time to dig and plant. But then summer comes and what do you think is going to happen in summer? I love summer too. The sun shines strong and hot. You can wear a straw hat or go barefoot in the grass. Bees sip, frogs hop, butterflies flutter and land. We taste strawberries, lemonade, watermelon, and ice cream. Shorebirds scurry and peck. I hear the roar of ocean waves. Summer is the time to splash and swim. But then autumn comes and I love autumn too. Wind whips, seeds scatter. We pull up our hoods and zip up our jackets. Leaves turn and fall. Orange maple, red oak, yellow ash. We pick pumpkins, taste apples, pears, and pies. Geese honk and head south. Chipmunks store acorns in a secret spot. Autumn is the time to rake and jump, and then winter comes and look at these ellipses that the author keeps using. I love winter too. The cold brings icicles and snowflakes that swirl. We make snow angels, then sip hot chocolate. Horses grow thick coats to keep warm. Chickadees search for seeds. Snow blankets branches and buds. Animals leave their track. animals leave their tracks. And look how the author uses the formation of the letters. We wear hats, mittens, scarves, and skates. Winter is the time to coast and slide, but then spring comes. I love spring. So do you guys see how the author actually started with what season? Spring, and then cycled back to spring. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready for our Go Noodle. Miss Hal's going to do it with you today, and I don't have as much space as you, so I hope that you can kind of get some energy out and get your Go Noodle going. So here we go. We're going to be doing Get Up today.
Wonderful. Oh yeah. It feels good, baby. You know I feel good. Get up. Cause you know it feels good. Leave your worries at the door. Just hit the floor, baby. Get up. Cause you know you feel good. Leave your worries at the door, baby. Just hit the floor, baby.
Move even faster.
Shoot, hey there. Stand up, shaking off your head. Just let the music. You get through it. You just gotta do it. Just gotta just like just the grin of you. Hey, come on. Yeah. Don't stop, don't quit. The night is the best. Just let the music. I'll be your inspiration. Give you motivation. And bring out all the best. Just let the music. Hey, I'm gonna dance with you tonight. Oh, you just gotta dance with you tonight. We gon' do this all night long. The break of dawn. Just gotta dance with you tonight. Let the music touch your soul. Let the music take control. Feel the bass, touch the rhythm. Now just get out on the floor. For the moment, let's get lost in what the music makes us do. And together we can dance all night, baby. It's just me and you. Let's get up. 1, 2, 3. Let's get up. It feels good, baby. You know I feel good. Get up. That music, yeah, that music, that music. Super fitness makes you feel good. I know it makes me feel good. Hey, hey, come on. Get up.
Nice
Get out
job,
and
guys.
learn more moves at a live Zumba Kids class. Find one near you
Let's see if we got our
at
points.
Zumba.com.
You did. Okay. So yesterday, Mrs. Howell, I need a drink after that workout. Yesterday, I told you that we were going to try to write our storybooks because I would love for you guys to share them with the class next week. We're going to do some small groups where you actually get to share, or we'll do some one-on-ones where I can record them. But I would love for your classmates to get to hear your wonderful stories. And I loved hearing all the character names that you guys were using today. If you're confused or need help, make sure you put in for a Google Meet. Today I got to meet with somebody and I got to help them build their story map right here. And we got to start their story. We started the first 2 pages. So I'm happy to do that with you guys. You just got to let me know that you need some help. So just to remind you, main characters in my story are Nora and Desmond. Supporting characters are the people who are also in the story, but not as important. So the cats, Mr. Howell. The setting is my house. The problem are the cats are going crazy for food. And the solution is Nora and Desmond have to come up with a plan. Okay? So I have my storybook. I don't have as cool a storybook as you guys have. So I just got to use this one. So I'm going to start with my setting. So let's see. I know I know the cats are going to go crazy. So one morning, I woke up to a horrible noise. Ooh, what do you think that noise is? It was my cats meowing like crazy. And guess what? That's all I wanted to have on this page because I'm going to draw a really cool picture right here. So one morning I woke up to a horrible noise. It was my cats meowing like crazy. It wasn't time for them to eat, but they looked very hungry. Nora said it was Desmond's turn to feed them. Desmond said it was Nora's turn. Ooh, does that sound like a problem? My goodness, the cats are going crazy. Everything's going terrible for them. And Nora and Desmond are arguing about who's going to feed the cats. Okay, so let's see. I got to my problem. Have I really come up with a solution? Nope, not yet. And guess what, guys? That's okay. That's all I'm going to write today. So if you need to pause it, all I want you to do is try to get maybe 2-3 pages in your story done. That's it. And keep your story going along. Remember, stories have lots of parts to them. And this is just something fun. You guys wrote dozens of storybooks in class. And what I want you guys to do now is to really think about those stories and how you can use your wonderful brains and imaginations for that. Okay? So we're going to find 3 examples of 3D shapes. So right now, if you want to pause the video, you can. And I'd like you to go see if you can find a cube. Pyramid's really hard, guys. I couldn't find a pyramid. So I'm going to kind of show you it without that. Rectangular prism, which is this box, a cylinder, a cone, and a sphere, which looks like a ball. If you can't find these shapes, no big deal, because guess what? Mrs. Hall is going to do it with you. Okay, so right now, if you want to record this, that'd be great. If not, you got to pay really close attention. Okay, so right here I have a cube. Right here I have a cube. A cube is a 3D shape. It has dimension to it, and it has all of its faces are squares. That is really important for a cube, is that all the faces have to have squares. Now, a face is this flat section. Now, there's 2 different kinds of faces. There's a flat face or a curved face. So a cube has actually all flat faces. So let's go ahead and count how many faces you see on a cube. Ready? I'm going to hold it in one place and we'll count around. You guys help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 faces. Those faces are that flat part in the front. Okay, now the edges are where 2 faces, either the flat face or the curved face, meet. This has all flat faces. So let's go ahead and count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of edges. 12 edges. Okay, now our vertices is a fancy name for corners, so let's go ahead and count our corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 vertices. Okay, now I want to skip ahead to our rectangular prism. Now remember, rectangular prism is a box that has one of its faces is a rectangle. Most of them are rectangular, actually, and has dimension to it. And this one has all flat faces, no curved faces for a rectangular prism. So the faces, let's go ahead and count it. And I want to keep this in one space, because if I keep turning it, it's hard for me to tell what side I've already counted. Okay, so help me count the faces. 1 face, 2 face, 3 face, 4 face, 5 face, 6 face. So 6, ooh, it's the same as a cube. I wonder if the edges are the same too. Let's count the edges. 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edge. Okay, so I got those. So I have, oh, let me check. Let me go back and do that again. I want to just do one side at a time. 1 edge, 2 edge, 3 edge, 4 edge, 5 edge, 6 edge, 7 edge, 8 edge. Now I want to go up. 9 edge, 10 edge, 11 edge, 12 edge. So 12 edges. So if this had the same faces and the same edges, I wonder if it's going to have the same vertices. Remember, fancy name for corners. Let's check. 1 vertice, 2 vertice, 3 vertice, 4, 5 vertices, 6 vertices, 7 vertices, 8 vertices. It does. A cube and a rectangular prism have the same number of faces, edges, and vertices. Okay, so now let's move on to our cylinder. So a cylinder is a can, okay? And so a cylinder actually has 2 different kinds of faces. It has flat faces and a curved face, okay? So the number of flat faces are 2 circles on the top and the bottom, or the side, doesn't matter, but they're opposite of each other. That makes a cylinder. And then 1 curved face. So that's a total of 3. Okay. Now the edges, it has 1, 2 curved edges that go around the curved face. Now, a vertex is a point where those edges are going to come together. Does a can actually have any straight sides? It doesn't. And it has no point where they all come together. So that actually has 0 vertices. Okay, now a cone, I have a very small cone. The way I remember a cone is it's like an ice cream cone. So a cone has a circle for one of its faces, and then it has a curved face around it. So it has 1 flat face and 1 curved face. So that's a total of 2 faces. Does it have any edges? It does. It has an edge that connects the curved face to the flat face. So it has 1 edge. And then the vertice, does it have a point? It does. It has 1. Okay. Now a sphere has how many faces? It actually only has 1 curved face. Does it have any edges where those faces, 2 faces come together? It doesn't. It has 0. Does it have any vertices where those edges are going to come together? It does not. It has 0. Oops, that is not where that was supposed to go. Okay, now a pyramid, we have to think about this as it is a cube. There's 2 different kinds of pyramids. So there is a triangular pyramid, which will have a triangle on the bottom. And this one is a square pyramid because it has a square. So you can actually think about it as if I have a square face on the bottom, and I took off the top here, and I made these triangles like this, and they all came together. So it would still have the same number of faces on the sides, but because they come to a point on the top, they would not have this one. So it would have 1, and then this would be 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one would only have 5. The edges that it would have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the square bottom, square face. And then it's going to have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you guys can see it. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can actually see it on the drawing. And then does it have, let's count how many vertices it has. It has 1 on the top where they come together, 2, 3, 4, there's 1 hidden in the back, and 5. I will try my best to find a pyramid in my house so I can give you guys some better examples of it. Okay, so I told you guys that we were going to be starting patterns in the sky, and we have been talking about, I showed you guys the videos. So today I just wanted to show you what your science book would look like if we were in class. And unfortunately, we'd be doing some experiments with the sun and things like that, but we're going to make the best of it here. And we are going to be doing some really cool Earth Day stuff tomorrow. And then at the end of the week, we're actually going to go on a virtual field trip. So I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and read this together. Ready? Get your reading fingers ready. The sun. Where have you seen stars? Stars can be seen in the night sky. The sun is a star. The sun can also be seen in the daytime. Like all stars, the sun gives off light and heat. What 2 things? Light and heat. What does the sun give us? Light and heat. You never should look right at the sun. Its bright light can harm your eyes. So that's something really important to remember, is never to look directly into the sun. So what is the 2 things the sun gives us? Light and heat. So that's our video for today. What you need to do with the video, or now, you got to make your word wall words. If you're someone who knows how to spell all those words, try to write them in a sentence for me, and then you can show me that. I want you to start your storybook. And then if you want to find some faces, edges, and vertices of 3D shapes, if you didn't do it with me, you can go to the Google Slides and do that for yourself. The rest of the day, you should do 15 minutes of Lexi or Splash Learn. You should read 15 minutes on Epic or a regular book. You can listen to Mrs. Howell. I'm going to read some more of this Sandra Boynton books. Those were very popular today, so I found a few more in Desmond's room. Check out the special area page on the class website, which is Mrs. Katie Howell at Weebly.com. And today I want you to try to focus on PE and then do the Google form for Tuesday. If you guys want to request doing a Google Meet with me, you guys now have the power to do that. If you just go to my website, or you can go to the Google Classroom. Right here in the middle, it says Request a Google Meet. If you click that, it will take you to this where it says Request a Google Meet. I just need your name. I need to know what you would like to do or why you want to do it, whether you need math help or you just want to see friends or you need some help with writing. I also want to know if you want any other friends invited. Maybe you want to just see some of your friends from class, and that's okay. And I just need to know if you'd like morning or afternoon, and if you submit this, I will set it up for the next day for you. So that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Monday night had some pretty big rain, so hopefully Tuesday turns out to be a much nicer day. I miss you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.